Yep, here win again. Go up there, go up there. What does it say?
Located in the rural plains of Mechanicsville, Virginia, sits the cabin on 360. The cabin itself was built as a model home by Ron's grandfather in the early 1980s. The cabin was zoned for businesses. Some are known to just up and leave. Could that have been due to experiencing paranormal activity or something more sinister? The area was settled by English colonists starting in the 17th century. The area just south of the central business district was chosen for construction of the rail yards and repair shops. The men who worked the railroad and the locomotive repairmen were traditionally known as mechanics. Thus, the area came to be known as Mechanicsville. Virginia had seen numerous battlefields form during the American Civil War. Some of these include the Bethesda Church, First Battle of Gaines Mill, and Totopotomoy Creek, along with troops heading to and leaving Cold Harbor, the deadliest battle per capita during the Civil War. It is estimated that during these three battles, over 2,200 men died, were wounded, captured, or went MIA, all in proximity to this land. Along with the cabin sits adjacent a rancher home. The rancher home is known for a gruesome murder between half-siblings. It took place in 1979. There are theories that a witch put a curse on the land due to the American Civil War, and this may have caused these individuals to harm themselves or others to fuel the entity that remains on the land. What entities reside on the property, and what could this evil entity be? Prepare to be lost in the static at Cabin on 360.
So I don't know how much you guys know about this place. The cabin was actually built as a model home. My grandfather built log homes in the early 80s. Apparently it was a thing back then. And he built this house, and then he built a few more throughout Virginia. And when they stopped building log homes, they rented the place out to different businesses. There was a gift shop here. There was a lady who made dog biscuits.
Yeah.
A thrift shop. There was even a doll shop in this place. It's had numerous different businesses in this location. At one point there was a salon here, hair salon. They all of a sudden just one day decided to just up and leave. And they left everything in the building. There was chairs, all the hair salon chairs, the hair dryers. They left a tanning bed upstairs in the back room. And it was like they took the money out of the cash register and just left. And when I heard, they declared for bankruptcy. But if you're going to declare for bankruptcy, why would you leave everything behind?
Yep.
What caused them to want to leave this place in such a hurry? Now, I have heard stories from people who have worked here that they've seen spirits of soldiers here. They've seen a little girl. One lady who had a business here. I'm not going to say which one it was because I don't want to out her or anything, but she said she was at her house, which she said was right down the street from here, and she had this really weird urge to come out to the cabin. And she called her friend up and says, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't feel right. I'm going to the cabin. Bye. Hung up her phone, cut it off. She said she got here. She said her desk was right over here. And she was like, I found a bottle of Xanax. She was like, which was weird because I don't take Xanax. Took it, downed it. And she said she found a knife, went to the bathroom, and there slit her wrists. And then came back here and sat at her desk and let the blood flow out. She said that she had one of those out-of-body experiences where, you know, you come out your body, you look down, you see yourself. And apparently her friend got really worried and called the police and the rescue squad. And they came in, they knocked the door, got in, and she said she could see the people working on her as they were trying to revive her. As this was happening, an old man appeared next to her and said, "It's not your time." And she ended up going back into her body. Now, she had seen a post that we had put on Facebook about one of our events that we were having here, and a friend told her to contact us and tell us about what happened to her. Now, my friend Dennis was here with me. It was late at night, everyone had gone home, and he didn't feel like driving all the way back to his house in Hopewell. So he decided to sleep upstairs. So he had his Bluetooth speaker down here, and he fell asleep, and I guess the Bluetooth cut off and the music cut off, so that woke him up. He was going to reach and turn his phone on again. We looked up, and he saw an old man standing above him, just like looking at him. And he described him as I guess middle-aged with like 1930s clothes on, almost like a farmer type thing. And he said he was looking at him, he reached for his gun because he looked like, you know, me and you.
Yeah.
Reached for his gun, looked at it, turned around, he wasn't there anymore. And the way she described the man she saw, what he saw, pretty much the same person. So we're thinking he's probably one of the, probably had a farm here at one point. You think this is his land, he's looking over things and stuff. There is a rumor that during the time when this was a hair salon, they used this building as a brothel. And they would take men upstairs into the back bedroom, and they would you know, get their money's worth, whatever. So to verify that, we've gotten EVPs of like sounds that are sexual in nature upstairs in that bedroom, and there are people talk. They get responses. I was upstairs with my girlfriend and two other guys, and this is before I even knew that this was going on. We were just doing a regular EVP session, and I got an EVP clear as day as a woman saying, "I'm naked." And it wasn't any of us, because if someone said I'm naked, I would have been like, what? Okay, what are you talking about? You know, so people have seen children in the house. There have been reports of seeing a little boy. I just had a group send me I guess a video of their flashlights going off by themselves at 5 o'clock in the morning. They had a video set up, and they were recording and their flashlights started going off. There was this like weird black like orb thing swooshing through from there across to where the flashlight was, then disappears, and then there's like another orb, a little small one coming out from where the flashlight was. But there were shadow figures, EVPs, loud knocks. We had a team come here, drove down from New Hampshire for the weekend. Drove 9 hours in like an expedition, all piled up into the car. It's been $400 to investigate here. Dennis came, gave him the tour, and he was like, all right, here's the keys, just lock up when you're done. Hour later, they called and said, we're going home.
Darn.
And Dennis was like, are you sure? He's like, I can come talk to the spirits, bless the house. It's like, no, man, this place almost tore our team apart. And that they were in here. They haven't gone next door yet.
Yeah.
And I talked to one of the guys. I'm like, well, what happened? I'm like, did you, this is not your first investigation. You've had experiences before. He's like, yeah, we've been to all the main places that, you think of. And I just ask him if this was the first time he'd ever, had to leave a investigation. He's like, yeah, we've never left an investigation before. And they said when they got here, things felt off. And the way they were talking to each other, it's just, they had been friends for like years, and like everything with their being all like snippy with each other. One of the guys said he went upstairs in that loft area and saw a half man, half goat figure. I'm not gonna, I don't know because I wasn't there. The other team leader went to the woods to to look around. He said he looked up, and all of a sudden he was surrounded by men with hoods. And when he put his flashlight on them, they disappeared. So when he got back, they started really arguing and stuff. And he looked at him and he said, "I just want to punch you in the face right now." And the guy was like, "Yeah, I think it's time to go." So he packed up their stuff, and left. There is a picture here, and this has to do with next door.
Okay.
But in case you want to use this in your show or whatever, this is the picture of Melissa, the young girl who was shot and killed by her 17-year-old stepbrother. And we have, this is a bullet we found in the woods behind the house. So, and a buckshot. Every team that comes here seems to have a different experience.
I think it's what attitude they bring in with it too.
Yeah, exactly. There is a story I read about the battle. So a little red cap boy. There was a drummer who had joined the Confederate Army, and he joined with his brothers. Both of his brothers had been killed in battle. The flag bearer had been killed. He picked up the flag and said, "Damn them all! They killed my brothers. They might as well kill me too." So he's waving the flag. He's trying to rally the troops. And the article said the Union let him have his moment for about a minute, and then they trained a cannon on him. And the only thing that was left of the little red cap boy was his hat that was twirled down to the ground and gently land on the battlefield. Lots of heavy fighting in this area. We had one team where they saw Bigfoot out here.
Oh Lord.
If they're like interdimensional,
Yep.
you know, they say that when Native Americans were killed in battle, their brethren would plant yucca seeds, would bury their bodies and plant yucca seeds where they were buried to protect the bodies from evil spirits. People have seen shadow figures here, again, shadow figures. We hear a musket fire back here. A lot of EVPs. We were, I was here with my friend Michael White and his John Pagano. We were talking about something, and Michael was like, it's Pagano's fault. And we get an EVP back of a voice saying, Pagano's fault. So they heard me and understood what I was saying and then repeated it back. But you'll get responses like that out here as well. Watch out for spider webs.
Oh yeah. All right, Andy, get your hand out and move it. That's your job.
I'm probably knocking them all down for you right now. This is another active area right over here. We call this the portal. Mostly not because there's actual portal here, but because of the two trees.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, people have been walking through here, they heard screams, they heard screams and stuff throughout the woods, and different lights. You'll see like little pinpoint of light. Yeah. And then it'll be over here, and then it'll be like all the way over the other side of the woods in like half a second.
Yeah.
I do have one little story to tell you about this area right here. During another one of our public investigations, Dennis had a group out here, and this time he was with a group of people. They were setting up for the investigation, and they saw a little like flashlight coming down the road. And Dennis calls out to the guys, like, or to the person. He was like, which are you supposed to be here? Which group are you in? No response. He keeps walking. He starts walking down the path and stuff. There's a path over there. He's like, what's your name? Which group are you with? Still no answer. He's like, I am armed. What's your name? Because he was trying to protect the people that were in the group. He pulls out his gun, and he has a laser, and he points it to where the guy was standing, and it goes right through, and and the light just disappears. And he was like, "Did you just see that?" And people are like, "Yeah." He couldn't explain what it was, but he said they got halfway down the path, and he shined the light just to show that he was serious, and it just went straight through. People do say they've seen like people carrying torches along the tree line over there.
That'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Can you smell that back there?
Something.
Sweet smell.
Yeah.
It probably smells like a skunk.
I smell something like right from out of the woods.
Oh, really?
Probably that skunk.
That's smelling right in that area back there.
Don't pet the
But
kitties.
there's honeysuckle out, so that's probably the sweet smell.
It's the skunk smell.
I know. Don't pet the
We're
kitties.
gonna turn into the woods right here.
Okay.
So this is the backwoods. Again, there are, we get EVPs back here. A lot of people say they see shadow figures in the woods surrounding, like they'll peek behind the trees and stuff like that. I came out here with a friend of mine, and we did an EVP session. It was the middle of the day, It's like, I think it was in March or February or something. I was sitting behind that tree, my back against that tree right there, looking that way, right? I finished the recording and I was about to listen to it, but did a playback, and I heard the squeal and laughter of a little girl coming from over there. So I get up and look to see who was here, because I thought somebody had brought their kid for a walk. There is nobody. It's quiet as it is right now. There was no like breaking of twigs, no rustling of leaves. It was just completely quiet. Looked at my friend, you heard that, right? And she was like, oh yeah. And of course I didn't have my recorder going.
Yeah.
But it was one of those clear as day EVPs. Well, not really EVPs, I could hear it, more disembodied voice.
Yep.
But I didn't catch it, I should say. I did hear it, didn't catch it. But yeah, again, shadow figures, EVPs, people have been touched here, out here. You'll hear, I did get an EVP of I asked, one of the ladies in my group asked, what's your name? And you get a voice clear as day saying Dylan back here, so you might want to use that name. Again, look for orbs throughout the woods. Try like signal whistling because sometimes you'll hear whistles throughout the woods and stuff.
What is your name?
Dylan. That'd be pretty cool.
That's very rare.
You stand out here with the thermal, see if you see the torches going through the woods.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're talking about everything you had for Civil War for the woods that you got to remember. Back in the day when you had it, it was a field.
Yeah, it was not woods.
Uh-oh, there's a rabbit.
I was a young boy.
With that, we're gonna call it Paranormal Thumper. He ain't scared, he ain't moved yet. And he's gone.
I got you.
So the first time I brought Dennis in here, he walked through that door, looked at me and told me there's something in this house that's not human and never has been. On October 4th, 1979, a young lady by the name of Melissa Carol Elliott was getting ready for school in that room right there. Her parents had left to go to work. Her brother, 17-year-old brother, Randy Lynn Elliott, walked into a room. She started yelling at him to get out. He says he blacked out, and when he woke up, he found her body laying on the floor. 2 gunshot wounds in her chest. Randy had said he had done some coke before he went into her room. He wanted to get rid of the body, so he took her body, put it into a refrigerator box he had found, and dragged it 75 to 100 yards behind the house. And left, stole a car, drove to Lumberton, North Carolina, where he was later found by Hanover Police Department. So my grandfather sent them to go, I guess, bush hog back there, and they find the box. So they go to move it, and they move it, and they realize, oh, there's something in here. Open it up, they find her partially clothed body in the box. So they freak out. They come back here. They radio into the office. Now my dad is the only one in the office at the time. So he's the one who gets the call. He's the one who comes out here and meets the police. He helps move her body into the body bag, and they take her away. Now back then, this area is, people left their doors unlocked. It was just nothing like that had ever happened. We did get a chance to talk to one of her classmates. Actually came to one of our investigations, and she told us, actually she was actually a really good friend of hers. She told us that the kids could see the caution tape around the building, around the property. Battlefield Elementary School, where she went to school, is right down the street.
Okay.
It was October. She was probably getting ready for Halloween. Her friend who actually came to the investigation said that she was supposed to spend the night with her that Friday night. When she didn't come to school, her teachers were worried about her. We try to treat her with respect when we come out here, try to keep her memory alive, and just remind her that this is the reason we're here is because of her. And we try to.
What was her
right
name
by
again?
her. Melissa Elliott.
Okay.
She's 12 years old. She was a 7th grader at the school. And so this is her room right here. This is where her room was. Now, when the murder took place, after the family moved out, they had this house and the cabin next door rezoned for business only. They remodeled the house for business. That's why there's no shower in the bathroom, and so I don't know how her room looked when she was alive. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming the doors and everything are reasonable because they look pretty old. But I don't. We think he dumped. I hate to say the word dumped. She got the body outside the back window and put it in the refrigerator box and dragged it behind the house. We did a spirit box session out here. Dennis asked, "Is the name Randy significant?" And a voice comes through clear as day saying, "He did it." So we get a lot of stuff like that. Balls of light that will appear. Sometimes you'll hear from Melissa. I got an EVP of a woman saying, "I was shot." Dennis was with a group, and he asked Melissa, "Are you here?" And heard a voice come through on his recorder saying, "I'm with you." And it said he caught him off guard, and he was like, I gotta go outside. And he said he just started crying because of the connection we have with the location. But at the same time, the first group we had come out here was All Seeing Paranormal Society with Howie Odell, and that was my first team. I told him about this house. I'm like, well, because my dad told me the story about what had happened, and I'm like, well, we have this location. I don't know if it's haunted or not, because I had come out here, and I've worked here. I did not have any kind of experiences. But I was like, we can use the house as a training ground for the new team members. It's like, yeah. So we came out here. We had like a training session where we learned about all the equipment and stuff. I had to leave because I had a family engagement I had to go to. So like, just lock up the house when you leave. 2 hours later, I call Howie, and I'm like, well, how's it going? He was like, we had to leave because of just all the stuff that was happening to the group members. One of the team members got scratched. One of the mediums started crying. Howie said he could see blood on the walls in here. This house, when we first started coming in here, did not look like this. It was a lot more run down.
Places that leads me to believe it was something tied to the land that was causing people to leave. If Just at both houses.
Could be. There is something here, a darkness, a dark entity that does attach itself to people. There are teams that have been investigating for years together that will, like you said, like even the team from New Hampshire, they come here and something happens. We had a guy, he came here with his wife and kids. The guy's been investigating for years. And him and his wife have been investigating together for a long time. And he brought his daughter along, and they were one of our public investigations, and everything seemed to be going wrong for them. Their equipment that they had charged up was dying and stuff, and the more stuff that was happening, the more frustrated he got, the more pissed off he got. And I think he was in Randy's room, and one of the girls in his group looked at him and says, "I don't know why, but I get this weird feeling. I want to point at you and go, ha, ha, ha." And he was like, "Well, that's weird." And then, so they finish up their session. They don't think anything of it. They go downstairs in the basement, and I guess the SLS camera started messing up. So he gets more and more frustrated, and his wife was saying, "Look, I mean, we've gone through this before. We've dealt with this stuff before. This has happened on investigations. We'll roll with it." And he was like, "Man, I've never wanted to harm my family in any way ever, but at that moment, I wanted to punch her in the face." And he was like, "At that time, at that exact moment, I knew I had to get out." So he runs upstairs, goes next door. He goes into the cabin. I'm downstairs talking to my friend, and he comes in. He goes, "Where's Dennis?" And at the time, Dennis was in the woods. Now, Dennis is the one that does the blessings, and he's ordained in different religions and stuff. So I go out to get Dennis, and I get him to come back. By that time, it kind of starts drizzling and stuff. These guys on his knees crying because of what had overcome him. Now, that's only being in the house for maybe 45 minutes. Imagine living in the house or working in the house. The girl, again, Melissa's friend, said that Randy would spend a lot of time downstairs in the basement. He would, they'd call him up for dinner, and he'd come upstairs, slam his dishes and eat his food, slam his dishes in the sink, and then go right back downstairs again. So we had a New Year's Eve party. Back when we first started doing this, it was me, my daughter, Dennis, his friends, and a few other people. His niece had come out. We had done like a little small investigation in the brick house, and we'd come back, and we had set up my computer, we're playing music and stuff. We were all like dancing around, having a good time. And Dennis was leaning against the back wall of the cabin, and he carries a sidearm with him. And he said in his mind, he could see himself taking his pistol and shooting us each in the head. He said when he had that vision, he came over here, and he started going off. And like, "Don't you ever fucking do that to me again. You will not put those kind of thoughts in my head." And when he was yelling at him, then at the house, he said the house growled back at him. And I followed him over here. I'm like, "Are you okay?" Because he came down the basement, and I'm like, I heard him. "You'll never fucking do that to me again." He was like, "Yeah, I'm good now. I said my piece, and we have an understanding." If you're not careful, this house can affect you. Now, it doesn't happen every time. Most of the time it doesn't. But it has happened to people before. And I tell people when they come out here, I'm like, "Look, I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to get possessed, you're going to think something's going to happen to you, but there is a chance that it could." So I just want everyone to have an idea of what they're going against. when they come here. And again, it could be something that that doesn't affect you right away either. It could be something that follows you, or it could be something that you would drive maybe a couple days from now, and you're like, I don't feel right. Something, I don't feel like myself. And it's the energy following you home. A lot of times you'll hear what sounds like talking, but it's muffled talking, but it sounds like muffled talking down a long tunnel. Crying sometimes up here, singing you'll hear. Sometimes you'll hear, like we'll be in there doing an EVP session, I'll swear I hear it like what sounds like somebody talking outside. And I'll go to Dennis or whatever, we're like, are you on your phone outside? It's like, no, I've been in here the whole time. Listen out for that. Look out for feelings and stuff. Again, if you feel like you're not feeling like yourself, best thing is to go outside and get some fresh air. Of course, you guys already know that, but
Yep.
Twisted Paranormal Society did a investigation out here, and one of the investigators asked, "Why did you affect Randy?" And a voice comes through and said, "Yes." And then they asked, "Why did you get Randy to kill his sister?" And a voice comes through saying, "The violence." We have Forgotten Explorations. They came out and did a show out here, and they got the word Beelzebub on their spirit box. We had a public investigation. It was our Christmas one, and we were upstairs in Melissa's room, and we decided to split up where all the guys would come downstairs and all the girls would stay upstairs, because maybe Melissa would be more comfortable with the girls. But the daughter did not want to leave her. Didn't want to leave her father. She wanted to come with him. So we come downstairs, and it's one of those things where we were just kind of joking around, having a good time, not really investigating yet. I'm standing over here. The girl and her father were standing right here. Now, she's standing here frozen in fear, pointing at the stairs. And she's crying now, where before she was perfectly fine, upstairs laughing, having a good time. Her dad's trying to figure out what's wrong, asking her what's going on. And she's looking at the stairs, saying, "It's staring at me. It's looking at me." And she is like freaking out. I hear her crying. I come over here to see what's going on. And she's like, I can't move. It's looking at me. It's staring at me. I finally get her to go upstairs and take her outside and take her next door. And I get Dennis to talk to her. And when she finally calms down, she said she saw like an 8-foot figure standing behind the stairs, looking at her. Yeah, I mean, people have seen, people get affected down here. A lot of, very violent EVPs, like, "I will gut you," and we had a team come out, and they asked again if they had affected Randy, and a voice comes through on the recorder saying, "I set him on a warpath." So, again, watch out for each other when you're down here. With Dave Spinks, they said they did a 2-day investigation out here, and there was a wolf spider on the wall. I think it was on that back wall back there, about the size of a pack of cigarettes. And he saw the spider, and he was like, "Oh no, I'll fuck with demons before I fuck with spiders." He came back, and Dennis was like, "You better watch out, because don't tell them that, because they'll fuck with. Then once they know what you don't like, they'll fuck with you." Sorry for cussing if that's bad.
No.
He came back, did a periscope, and he had an SLS camera, and a figure mapped out. While he was doing it, the figure got on all fours, ended up sprouting legs, ended up looking like a spider on the SLS camera. And he told Dennis, he was like, man, I had to leave. He was like, yeah, I had to get out of there because it freaked him out. He said he'd never seen anything like that before on an SLS camera. Yeah, if you don't like spiders, keep it to yourself because, of course, it's still pretty cool to capture if something like that happens again.
Yeah.
There is a picture I want to show you of a creature that was captured in the basement here. Let's see here. This, let's see, right here, this guy right here.
That is weird, almost like an owl face almost.
It does. We call him Dobby because he looks like, if you guys watch Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
He looks like Dobby the house elf. And that was captured, I think, right there. This was taken like in February.
Elemental.
There's a picture. See right there, that looks like a little boy standing in front of that that electric box right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was captured by a team.
There's probably going to be a lot of solos going on tonight, or people being split off and going into different places and directions. But I'm going to go over here and fix this window and get it nice and dark in there so we're not seeing any car lots come in. And Brian has tasked me with leaving a recorder over here to record while we're gone, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know if this is... Oh yeah. There's enough space. Any spirits in here? Melissa? Anyone? We're gonna leave a recorder in here. And if you wanna speak into it, or just let us know that you're here, if you have a message to say, you can leave it on this device. Recording in the murder house, leaving it on the mantle. We'll be here tonight if you want to speak with us or let us know that you're here. there was stuff sitting there in front of the door. Oh my gosh. I thought something was grabbing me.
Look.
Let's do this.
Heavenly Father, be with us tonight, put your hedge of protection around us. Anything that is here, Lord, we pray that you'll have it to stay here, Lord. It won't follow us anywhere. We're here to help people. For in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
All right, y'all. PD region, First Light Paranormal, heading to the murder house. And just cut off by itself?
Yeah. Now this is why we do this. Did you know the wood door open?
Everything's updated in the basement.
Entering the hall, mark record.
Even if like, see like right now I have a load, so I can still see what's going on. If you just want to put it that way. Have you spoke on the recorder yet?
Melissa, is it okay for us to be in your house and speak with you? What I'm gonna do since y'all going, I'm gonna set this REM pod in here on the mantelpiece. Is that a mantelpiece right there?
Yeah.
Well, that way everybody can hear it if it goes off.
Hey Pops, what do you think about this room? What do you think about this room? Walk in there. Take a look in there. I was just walking in here earlier. There might be a little step right there. So.
Hey Melissa, is it okay for us to come in your room?
Just making sure that's not
Which
one
is
step.
weird, because we never came back here and it's like a little back room.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of weird.
Has a different feel to it.
So that's what I was thinking earlier.
We'll have a scare bear in here. If you touch it, it'll go off. We'll make some lights.
Anybody in here? Melissa, are you in here? Can you give us a sign of some sort?
Have a bunch of little toys and stuff in here.
So makes lights up, makes a lot of, makes a pretty noise. Not a noise, but makes some flashing light on it right there. You can play with it if you want to. We appreciate it.
See if we can. Maybe that door.
Close it.
Yeah, one of those doors. Heck yeah. We'll isolate the noise a little bit. You're probably gonna be able to see a lot better in here than me. Oh, yeah, we can hear them pretty good.
Wow. Melissa, don't mean you no harm here. We're just here to communicate with you and get your story. We got a little teddy bear there. If you touch it or get near it, it'll go off. You can play with it. There's little balls around here. You can touch those too as well.
Or if you don't want to do that, right in the room over right across here, we have a little device you can touch and it'll make noise if you want to use it.
I'll place a recorder in the middle of the room right here. If you like, we'd like to hear your voice. Could you speak to us, please? My name's Brian. This is Andrew. We mean you no harm. We should like to communicate with you. If you can see us, can you tell us so on the recorder? Or are you here with us?
You're making a lot of furniture now.
I know you better move something like that.
If not, that's a lot of noise.
If there's any spirits in here, we've got a little device right here that you can answer questions. If you step on this side and make it green, that means yes. If you step on this side and make it red, that means no. My name's Cody and this is Pops, right here beside me. Brian and Andy's upstairs. Is someone upstairs with Brian and Andy right now? Do you know?
I thought I heard something over there.
Sound like some scratching or?
Is something down here with us?
We've heard about a 8-foot tall figure being in here. Do you know what that is?
Were you in here when Melissa lived here?
I kind of feel a little bit of static electricity.
A little bit, yeah.
Do you remember Randy that stayed in the house?
There's a few toys in there you can play with. Some cat balls. You can touch one, push one, and set a light off.
Like a cold breeze a little bit.
Around by my legs.
Is this house and the cabin next door connected?
Are you connected to the land that these houses are on?
So you are connected to the land.
Are you angry that they disturbed your land?
Just thought I heard movement. Did you hear it?
I did. I'd already stopped.
When you say you're associated with the land, does that pertain more to the Civil War? That's just weird, man. It's been doing that. And that was the one answer you got.
Are you a male entity?
Place your recorder down.
Is there anyone in here with us tonight?
We had the recorder placed over here on the ceiling. Window sill, not ceiling.
I'd love to get a sign of your presence if you're here. If you don't want to interact with us, we have some devices laying on the floor over there. If you go up and touch them, it's going to make a light go off.
Are you a non-human entity?
Melissa, are you up here with us? We don't mean you no harm. We just want to communicate with you and talk with you.
We know a lot of people come in here and talk to you. You may get tired of it at times, but if you want, we just want to know that you're here. We're sorry for what happened to you.
And if you can't hear our voice, could you tell us what happened to you so we know it's you? As you all can see, as investigating, sometimes things happen and sometimes things don't happen. But we're trying our best to figure out what's going on.
And really, a lot of times when stuff does happen is when you stop the recording.
Exactly.
That is odd it went off for you. Coming up.
So what?
Is it coming up?
Well, so I hope that's not coming upstairs.
Also off.
Where's that?
It's because we just walked by it. It's right there.
So, me and Pops did the yes/no REM pod, and we asked a bunch of questions. Nothing happened. Pops asked, "Are you connected to the land?" It goes yes. That's the only answer we've got.
I did say something before we got in touch with y'all devices, just you can hear me.
Yep. Here, when again? So it wasn't me with the floor, it was some.
This feels like something I woke up like I did say something before we go, touch on y'all's devices, you can hear me.
Yep. Here, when again?
I did say something before we go, touch on y'all's devices, you can hear me.
Yep. Here, when again?
It was the second time we've heard it.
That had much, it's just, you can feel like somebody's watching around you and you hear little creaks here and there, but that's it. We almost heard like a female voice earlier too.
We set up equipment upstairs and began investigating together. Brian began hearing noises downstairs and also some odd whispering at the other end of the house.
Did you ever come up and have conversations with Randy?
Thought there was something knocking downstairs. It's very you hear whispering too.
I hear something over there.
It's coming from down this way, I can hear where it's coming from.
Did you ever come up and have conversations with Randy?
Thought there was something knocking downstairs. It's very you hear whispering too.
I hear something over there.
It's coming from down this way, I can hear where it's coming from.
Did you ever come up and have conversations with Randy?
Hey. Thought there was something knocking downstairs. Is it Mary? You hear whispering too?
I hear something over there.
It's coming from down this way. I can hear where it's coming from. Thought there was something knocking downstairs. Is it Mary? You hear whispering too?
I hear something over there.
It's coming from down this way. I can hear where it's coming from. If you want us to come downstairs, can you touch this device over here and make it go off, or one that's in here makes a loud noise we can hear a country mile away? We'd appreciate it. Can you hear me? Yeah. It's a beep. No. Can you hear me? Yeah. It's a beep. No. Wasn't a beep. Can you make that noise again?
Was there a little girl in here making noise that Brian and Andy could hear? Could you go real close to that blue device and tell us yes or no?
If it wasn't a little girl, but something different, something to do with the land, can you go please touch the device? Is that why y'all making that noise?
No.
Yeah, I heard it,
You
yeah.
weren't moving at all.
It's coming between y'all two.
I heard you like to knock. So we know that we can communicate with you better. Can you do this? Are you making noises up here?
Melissa, are you in the house with us?
What was that?
I do not know. I couldn't make that out. I don't know what it was. It was deep, remember what it was.
Yeah.
You made a noise earlier, can you do it again? We got this thing here. We call it the Wake the Dead. Are you close enough to this thing right here? Just do that. We probably made another house in here.
Do you want to communicate with us?
That's Andrew. If there's a certain place you'd like us to come communicate with you, can you please knock on the wall where you want us to come to, please? Or make a noise?
I'm just gonna see if you can knock for me.
Back there. Can you knock again so we can hear you? It's very faint, but can you please do it again?
Yeah. Let me guess, in that back room. Where we was earlier.
There's something about the basement feels fine. I didn't feel nothing down there. But this back room, when I walked in there earlier, I was like, there's something weird about this.
This room in here?
Yeah, to the right.
Oh, kitchen.
I don't know where you heard that deep voice or whatever it was.
Yeah, that room is weird.
I didn't feel it before I get there.
Ooh, ooh. It's like the feeling of like something is gonna hide, like something's hiding in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's got a heavy feeling in here.
Yeah, you can feel it on your head.
When Brian turns out his light, are you gonna show yourself to him in that room?
Can you tap on this?
What was that?
Fuck, I don't know. I heard it, but I don't know what it was. I'm gonna tap on this. We're gonna walk into the middle of the room. And once we walk out this room, can you do this right here? On that piece of wood right there. We appreciate it.
That boarded up.
What is that?
Oh,
That must have been a door to come into that because they got that shelf right there.
Yeah.
That's where we hear stuff come from behind that shelf in there. When I step out of here, I should set that off. Or tap on something. Go ahead and tap on that wood, please. If you can hear the sound of my voice wherever you at, can you make a tapping noise? Set off one of the pieces of equipment in there, just to let us know that you're here. We need mean you no harm or disrespect. We're just here to communicate with you. Wasn't me.
Something behind you.
Yeah.
What is behind me anyway? Oh, a trash can, really?
Just a counter.
What does a trash can there? The trash can there. Oh, was that water dripping?
Maybe water dripping. Yeah, there's water in there.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Debunked.
We continued on and investigated the upper portion of the cabin. However, we didn't receive any substantial evidence. Due to hearing screaming wildlife outside and our radios not working properly, we chose not to investigate further within the woods. However, we did want to try a method to see if it would stir up any residual energy.
It's getting cold to get back in here, boy. Jesus.
What was that?
What? That's like metal clicking.
That's what I heard. He was walking back. What? Somebody don't like your shorts.
That motherfucker was snapped. How the fuck that happened? I was there pissing and it just come off. That's some bullshit. Anybody out here? Is anyone out here who'd like to speak with us? Tell us your story. What is this sound you're hearing right here?
We began putting in new fresh batteries while at the base camp within the cabin. I decided to break out the spirit box to see if we could communicate with anyone while doing so. We captured some rather interesting responses.
Can you please talk to us?
Are there any ladies in here tonight?
Are you ready to make some money? What a friend. How much money are you looking to make? Can you say one of our names? Oh, we'll see. Where are you at? Meditation.
Can I get a, oh yeah. Or yeah, I guess. Oh. Close enough. How much will it cost me? Name your price.
Cody Brown by the Air Federation.
Boy, that's freaky as hell.
So we can make that play or the bear play.
What?
Did you hear that?
What was it?
Sounded like a man's voice. Sounded like it said who?
Hello?
All right, we got this device on the ground again. That side means no. This side means yes. Make that go off at any time. If you go up to, you can let us know that you're on this side of the building. Who's in this house?
Does anybody here would like to speak with us? We got several devices you can use.
If you don't want us to come towards the back room, can you make that little ball on the ground light up? Are you tied to this land?
We mean you no disrespect. We just want to communicate.
What happened in this room? What happened in this room? What happened in this room? Melissa, do you still play in this room? What was your favorite thing to do at school? Camera over there. It just turned green.
So my camera's on it.
Oh, is it on?
Yeah.
When did it turn green?
I don't know how long it was there.
Melissa, we weren't paying attention over there. Were you saying yes, that you still play in your room? Oh.
What's that?
That was a weird voice. Muted it.
I got a recorder going.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So you like singing in your room?
That's wild.
Thank you. Melissa, if that's you again, can you step front until it turns green? Do you like singing in your room? Do you want the older gentleman to come back and talk to you that's here earlier? I have the recorder in my hand. Melissa, if that was you playing with that, because you like singing, you speak to my recorder.
Melissa, we've got our own music box here with us over at the other house. Do you want us to go grab it and bring it over here? You can make it play music. Do you want me to go over and get the music box so you can play with it?
Do you want us to go into your room?
So you're connected, disconnected. They're signed in now, or connected now.
At the time, we did not hear this voice. However, if you listen closely, it sounds like a familiar team member asking a question. Brian and myself reviewed this footage, and upon further reviewing, we determined that something had mocked Pop's voice from earlier during the investigation. What makes this chilling is that Pops was over in the cabin at this time.
Do you want us to stay out of your room? Man.
Would you enjoy playing with that? Do you enjoy people come over here trying to communicate with you and speak with you and visit you? I know it can get lonely over here. We'd love it if you try to communicate with us. Moving my foot. Oh, Andy. Oh shit! I thought I was coming downstairs there for a minute.
That was wild.
Oh god.
We can definitely hear it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Coming in stairwell. Let's pop pictures over there.
Yeah, it's dead. I got a camera upstairs with some REM pods and stuff recording this to see what would happen.
Yeah. Well, so far over here, I had the spirit box going. Couldn't really get anything out of it. But I got over here, I said, grab this camera. So going over here, I set the spirit box in the room. I said, I started asking questions about Melissa. I said, Melissa, you know, I said, do you still play in your room? And we waited a minute. And I said, you know, like, what was your favorite thing to do at school? By that time, we looked, and this thing was off. This thing went off and was green.
But when we did get in, this on something like chair shit was moving downstairs a little bit. Hang out for a minute if you want to, because Pops is probably chilling or sleeping on it.
He was sitting there testing all the batteries.
His all picks him up by itself over there and going in.
He can't.
Like I told him, I got that camera there by itself. It's in the chair in the back room facing the hallway. Who knows, something like dark blue past it. While I was sitting there by itself.
Oh wow.
It's like that recorded one lived in here, it's like all static on it. Look.
Yeah, he can't stay connected to the radio. Melissa, you answered us earlier. Do you still like playing in your room? Can you make that blue light over there turn green for yes?
We appreciate it. If you'd like to sing, could you sing out loud so we can hear you?
Can you make one of these doors move that have a bell on it so we can hear the bell?
Melissa, this is your house, but is there any Civil War soldiers that are on this land here that perished in the battle? I'm gonna tap right here, you tap back. I don't know if that was the water or what. Thank you. But I don't know if that's an answer though. Could you sing out loud for us, or was it for the Civil War soldier being on the property?
I don't know.
Or you said it may have been just a water heater.
Yeah.
And it did that.
If you could answer just a little bit quicker for us, that way we know exactly what you're answering. But that's how you say yes. If you go to the other side of that, that means no when it turns red.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, but I don't know what that was.
Oh, dude.
It was like a mix between like a bird or a person singing something.
Is that you speaking? What the fuck is that? The hell was that?
It's like AC or something. Is that a thing before?
Did you just turn something on? Is that the AC?
That's what it sounds like, something like that.
What is that?
Let's go find out.
What is it?
That's a suction pump. A sump pump.
For what?
Water. I guess in here to flip, there's no water in here.
Go up there, go up there. What's it? What did it say? What did it say? Go. Green?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to show y'all, that's green. We just got down here and it went green. You're still in front of the sensor.
I don't know. It smells different.
It smells like cologne or something.
Yeah.
You're still in front of the sensor, Brian.
So what?
You're still in front of the sensor.
Oh yeah.
All right, Melissa, did you want us to go downstairs? Is that Pops?
No.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully it is. Yep.
Yep, it's Pops. Oh hell yeah. What would cause that suction pump to come on downstairs? What would cause that sump pump to come on downstairs?
Whoa.
It would flash.
No.
Something down.
Suction pump.
Something's moving down there.
There's a suction pump down there. Yeah, it just came on.
I felt cold easy.
Look.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look.
Chili bumps.
I just heard something walking down there.
It was drawing us down in there.
That's what it feels like. That's why I kept asking, should we go down there? Because why would that turn on? And why did it turn on for so long to the point where we got down there, we knew where it was coming from, and then it turns off?
Because it won't get down there.
It was drawing us down there. Because the thing went green.
It's red.
No, I'm in front.
That's the first time it's went red tonight.
But what did it go red for?
I don't know.
Well, we weren't talking about it's trying to draw us down there.
Well, it went red in that room in there for no reason. It just went red.
Oh, it did?
Because we didn't ask it anything or anything.
Maybe someone's drawing us down and Melissa's telling us no, don't go down there.
Could be
I think something's toying.
I think it's a trap.
Yeah.
I'm glad we thought that was somebody. Oh shit! I hope that's Pops coming over here.
Because we said, there's drawing us down in there. And then it goes, no. That's the one I'm getting from it.
It's toying.
Yeah.
But that suction pump ain't gonna come on.
That's probably for the porch lights up there.
And the suction pump ain't gonna come on unless there's flooding down there, right?
Possibly, it might be a short in it. There's always that possibility.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird when we got the Bible steps that stopped when that light went off. Did someone or something cut on the suction pump downstairs in the basement to draw us down there?
That's water. So is that one of y'all moving?
I moved, but I didn't do
It sounded like 2 knocks.
Oh, was it something like that right there? Or?
No, it sounded like, well,
Well, I got
Louder knock.
I got it in my pocket to do that.
it sounded like that. Better yet, you made that bump come on downstairs, but that took a lot of energy. Can you do it again? I come over here and put the spirit box in the room. I was like, Melissa, you still playing? Still playing in her room? And we wait.
Thank you.
Are you connected to the lane here?
Possible knock over here. I could probably put it back on his camera.
So, bat out of hell.
Thing doesn't go off at all until you start talking about it. Are you laughing at us?
Camera dies.
We haven't heard that at all.
You haven't heard that?
No, we haven't heard that at all. We haven't heard that at all. That was loud.
It was.
I'm gonna change my battery. 9 minutes. So every time now.
It's red now. I guess I don't want you to change your battery, Cody.
It's not.
What was you answering no for? Did you cut the suck pump on downstairs? Can you do it again?
I bet you're saying no because we're figuring out your game. Do you want us to know something about the room? Or is this the 8-foot tall person we're talking to? Yeah, I kind of figured that one out.
What's that smell? You smell that in me?
Oh, it's still a little something.
It does.
So we haven't been talking to Melissa. Is that fair to say? Will you tell us your real name? Just tell us yes on that box over there on the floor if you would tell us your name on a recorder. Or do you want us to guess what your name is?
Do you roam between the two houses and the land here?
It's making more sense now, Pops. Since we got that answer earlier downstairs.
Does this land belong to you?
Are you here because of the tragedy that took place on this land? Have you been here on this land before the Civil War or after? It was before it hit green. Are you in the same room with us?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was a straight up voice. Sounded like a girl laughing. I know the camera's got that.
Yeah, you had to. Melissa, was that you laughing at us?
Incredibly, with our own ears, we hear what sounds like a female voice. When reviewing the audio, it appears the female voice is responding to Brian's question. The sounds after are of me as I had literally dropped my jaw, as this is the first investigation where I have actually heard disembodied voices.
Dear Will. Dear Will.
That's what I'm saying. It could be people think it's actually Melissa and it's not Melissa they're talking to. No, I want water. That's kind of like a little tip tap.
After hearing the disembodied voice, Brian's camera captures the only light anomaly evidence from the entire investigation. It almost appears as a hand moving through the frame of the door. This piece of evidence validates to us that something was in that section of the house.
If that's really you, I bet you can make that music box go off. It's over there in front of the steps, down in the basement where you like to hang out. Can you make the music box go off?
Can you laugh again for us?
You drank.
Was it full battery already?
You drained my arm.
What?
It wasn't even close to that. I was wondering why my camera was looking darker.
Did you drain Cody's battery?
It's on right now, but it's gonna turn off. It's dead. I don't know about Estes method now. I'd be taking it a step further.
No, right? The fuck was that?
What?
Sounds like something was dragging in the kitchen.
Hey, you still here?
Melissa, you're actually here with us? I heard that.
I can't tell where that comes from. I might have been in this room over here. The one we haven't been going to.
Can you do that again?
Are you done talking with us?
I'm gonna start trying to contact Melissa again in her room and see if it picks back up out here like it was doing before.
I was like standing halfway in the room. I don't know. What was that smell earlier? 'Cause it's gone now.
No. don't know.
Weird.
Melissa, are you in your room? Can you step out front of my camera so I can get a picture of you? I think whatever's here is done talking to us. It feels like it anyway.
It's about when you said it might not be Melissa.
Exactly.
It's like we called before. It's not Melissa. That's when it stopped.
Alright. Can you tell us your name?
Let's smell again. Smell again. You meant smell again.
Yeah. Same exact one.
Mm-hmm.
You smell like I don't smell it.
Kind of hard to explain.
Is it a bad smell?
Smells like it is.
Yeah. I got the cold chills now.
So are you causing that odor?
You gonna tell us? No. No.
What was that?
Don't you moving pops?
There's a loud knock over near you.
No. Can you do that knock again?
I'm still amazed this thing happening off again.
I know.
Just happened.
Are you ready for us to leave?
We getting closer? I have to talk a lot clearer.
How many people were in this house?
I don't like standing right here right now.
So what?
I don't like standing right here right now.
You don't?
Nah, because I've got like a lot warmer just standing right here. It says it's 63 degrees over there.
Warmer over here for real though. It is a little warmer over here.
Same voice.
Can you please repeat that?
It's between that one voice and that voice.
trying to talk with us? If you are, make that light turn green. You said you like playing games. On the count of 3, make that light turn green. 1, 2, 3. Well, nothing groundbreaking here.
Nope.
I thought I was going to get something amazing there.
What was that? See that flashlight come out from in there?
None of our equipment's in there.
Like a light that flashed.
It starts sounding like me.
I know, right? Is that you made that light flash in the room next door? Kind of lit up a little bit.
Starting to see shit like I do.
I know, right?
It's wild, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
When you see stuff like that?
Yep.
And a car didn't come by either when that happened.
And of course the camera ain't pointed that way. I don't know if I'm seeing something. I got a camera pulled by. I swear to God, like there's something moving in the corner over there.
I'm just trying to figure it out, man.
I think
I mean,
it belongs to the land, as it said, and it's not done by any means.
nah.
It's let you know as much as it wants you to know.
Yeah. And that's what it's been going by this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And it started when I was asking questions in that room. Damn. I was over here a minute. Hello?
Thought I was opening the damn front door, but what the fuck?
But I was fixing to run out the back door.
What's in there?
Closet.
I think it was just a house popping.
Are you coming out the closet?
Yes.
I don't give a damn. I'm
That's the closet.
get to the point I don't give a shit anymore. The question is, what exactly is it though?
I don't know.
We know it's the land, but what?
Is it elemental? Or is it? I don't know.
We know the planes are
Yeah. This is also got cold.
here. Like right here.
Yeah, I got chili bumps. Hello?
What was that noise?
Fuck, I don't know.
It's like a whirlwind or something.
Stuff's coming up upstairs, dude. You know now.
I know it's there now.
Hey, was that funny? Turn the light green if that was funny.
Yeah, I mean. Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
I do too, after you're done. You're getting that camera.
360 cabin. Shazam.
Cabin on 360 has over 150 years of dark and tragic history. It was difficult for Lost in the Static to really open up in this location. Being surrounded by wildlife and an unknown entity in the rancher house had kept them on the edge throughout their investigation. Is the evil presence that runs the land, influencing those to harm themselves or others to continue fueling the land with blood. The team is still contemplating on what this entity could be. Hearing multiple disembodied voices, a constant feeling of apprehension, and evidence of something mocking team members. Lost in the Static plans to return back to Cabin on 360 and push their limits even further in hopes of furthering research.